Donald Trump's re-election marks a pivotal moment for Israel, signaling a continuation of his pro-Israel policies. Trump's first term saw unprecedented moves like relocating the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem and recognizing Israeli sovereignty over the Golan Heights. These actions broke from traditional U.S. foreign policy, favoring a more explicitly pro-Israel stance. Trump's policies have had tangible effects on Israel's security, including unwavering support against threats from groups like Hamas and Hezbollah. His tough stance against Iran, including withdrawing from the Iran nuclear deal, was seen as beneficial to Israel's security. As Trump embarks on his second term, Israel anticipates continued support from the United States. The re-election reinforces the belief that the U.S. remains a steadfast ally, committed to Israel's security. However, the Middle East remains volatile, requiring careful navigation of complex dynamics. Central to the U.S.-Israel relationship under Trump is his close bond with Benjamin Netanyahu. Their relationship, one of the strongest between a U.S. president and an Israeli prime minister, aligns U.S. and Israeli interests. This rapport has facilitated open communication and a shared understanding of key regional issues. Both leaders share a hawkish stance towards Iran, viewing it as a major threat to regional stability. Trump's peace plan, unveiled in 2020, was seen as highly favorable to Israel, drawing criticism from Palestinians and the international community. Netanyahu welcomed the plan, further solidifying the bond between the two leaders. This personal chemistry has shaped U.S.-Israel relations, fostering trust and coordinated actions. However, some argue that it has overshadowed the need for a more balanced U.S. policy in the Middle East. Trump's re-election heralds continuity in U.S. policy towards Israel, emphasizing unwavering support for its security. This support includes robust military aid, diplomatic backing, and a shared strategic outlook on regional challenges. The U.S. remains Israel's largest arms supplier, ensuring its qualitative military edge in the region. Beyond military aid, the U.S. provides significant diplomatic cover, evident in its consistent veto power at the UN. Trump's administration has been vocal in defending Israel at the UN, accusing the body of anti-Israel bias. This support extends to Israel's actions in the West Bank and Gaza Strip, with the U.S. largely refraining from criticizing Israeli settlements. The U.S. has supported Israel's right to defend itself against rocket attacks from Gaza, even when such actions result in civilian casualties. This unwavering support has emboldened Israel, reducing incentives for meaningful peace negotiations with the Palestinians. Trump's re-election carries profound implications for the Middle East, particularly concerning the U.S. approach towards Iran. His maximum pressure campaign against Iran, characterized by sanctions and diplomatic isolation, is expected to continue. This approach aims to curb Iran's nuclear ambitions and limit its regional influence. Trump's withdrawal from the Iran nuclear deal in 2018 marked a significant escalation of his hawkish stance. The reimposition of sanctions crippled Iran's economy but raised regional tensions. Trump's re-election signals a continuation of this confrontational approach, likely tightening sanctions further. This hardline stance has significant implications for regional stability, fueling tensions between Iran and its Gulf Arab neighbors. The potential for unintended escalation remains high, given the presence of U.S. troops and military assets in the region. In the future, the USA under Trump could take actions against Iran and its proxies, such as the Houthi, Hamas, and Hezbollah, in order to defend Israel. These actions might include increased sanctions, military strikes, and diplomatic efforts to isolate Iran on the global stage. Additionally, the USA could provide more military aid and intelligence support to Israel to counter these threats effectively. These measures would likely intensify the already volatile situation in the Middle East. Increased sanctions could further cripple Iran's economy, but also lead to greater suffering for the Iranian people. Military strikes carry the risk of sparking a broader conflict, drawing in regional and global powers. Diplomatic efforts to isolate Iran might succeed in cutting off its support networks, but could also push Iran closer to other adversarial nations. The provision of military aid and intelligence support to Israel could enhance its security, but might also embolden it to take more aggressive actions against its neighbors. This delicate balance of power in the region underscores the complexity of U.S. foreign policy and the far-reaching consequences of its actions. As the world watches, the stakes remain high. The decisions made now will shape the future of the Middle East, with implications that could resonate far beyond the region's borders. Stay informed on this pressing matters, Subscribe to our channel for more updates.